Namaste. Thank you for coming to your mats this morning. So today we're going to start off actually on our mats. So when you feel ready, make your way onto your mat and just spread out. Just feel yourself connecting with the earth. Observe which parts of you are actually making contact. I invite you to close your eyes and just settle. Allow your thoughts to begin to dissolve away. And just draw your attention to all the different sensations in your body. Notice your breath. Notice your inhales. And notice your exhales. As we continue to settle in, today we're going to be like water, taking the path of least resistance. Just doing by non-doing, observing our body and allowing our body to flow where it would like to go. Making contact as we flow through our practice today. Feel the banks of your body, the banks of the earth, and allow your body to meld and meander through them. At your own pace, continuing this idea of water and flowing, taking the path of least resistance. Begin to move like water. Maybe take your arms overhead, pointing your toes, maybe bringing a swaying motion. Just imagine your stream, feeling your body flowing, making contacts with the bank and the bed of the stream as you flow. You've all heard the expression, dance as if no one's watching. Well, today I ask you to do yoga as if no one's watching, bringing whatever movements feel good. Maybe you'd like to roll onto your side, maybe you'd like to draw your legs in and around, making big circular movements. Just begin to notice. Notice where your body would like to go, and just enjoy the free flowing movements. Perhaps you'd like to bring gravity into it and lift up off the earth like a giant wave, then come crashing down. Just explore, really just experiment, taking your body in each and every direction. Be like water. Imagine you that river flowing all the way down the banks. Returning to center, take your arms and legs out wide. Notice if you're making more contact with the earth. And on your inhale, press down into your palms and heels. As you inhale up, lifting all the way up. Exhale, drawing everything towards midline. Inhale, expand, lift up. Exhale, draw everything in, twice more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Taking your feet out in front of you. Take your hands under the small of your back. Draw your feet in, soles are flat on the mat. Using your hands, gently come up into a seated position. Continue to use your hands, making your way all the way forward into a forward fold, maybe bending your knees, finding movement. And then begin to roll up all the way up. Hands come down through heart centers. We flow towards the ground. Roll up. Flow down. Last time. Roll up. And flow all the way down. Inhaling into a half lift. Begin to find your length. Slight bend to your knees. Inhale all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Bring our hands down to our sides. Feel the four edges of your feet. Begin to gently alternate coming up onto your toes. Feeling your feet. Maybe you'd like to even bring some arm movement into it. Imagine you water, get fluidity into your movements. And release. Take your right shoulder, roll it forward, back and down twice more. Forward, back and down. Take it to the opposite side. Forward, back and down twice more. At your own pace, just feel the flow. Coming back to center, place your right hand on your right elbow. Take that old elbow back, making big circles 4 times. Take it as far back as you can. Last time. And switch out. Draw your left elbow back. Make big circles. Big circles. And release. Inhaling our arms up, hands come down through heart center. As we come into a big forward flow, straightening our right leg, we lift our right arm, rolling our shoulder back. And release. Right palm to mat. Begin to straighten your left leg, left hand to ceiling, rolling your left shoulder back. Once more each time. Left palm to the mat, right arm and leg straighten. And last time to the left. Left hand to the ceiling. Left leg is straight. Bringing both hands to our mat, big bend to our knee. Step your right leg back, runner's lunge. And just gently rock on the ball of your back foot. Begin to slowly open up that hip. Few times here. And step back into your plank. Slide slightly forward, engage your core. Lower chaturanga, feel free to lower your knees. Slide into your up dog. Rolling your shoulders back and down, gazing towards the ceiling. And let's meet in our down dog. Bringing any organic movements into it. Observe your body. Inhaling our right leg, 3-legged dog. Extend through that leg. Bring it all the way through to the front of your mat. Bring your opposite leg in to meet. Inhale, half lift, finding your legs. Exhale, full forward fold. Bringing a big bend into your knees. Begin to straighten through your spine. Reach through your fingertips. Straightening your legs. Find that length. And inhale all the way up. Goal post your arms. Open your chest. Inhale, reach for the ceiling. Goal post, get some space. And lift twice more. Goal post. And center. Last time, goal post. And center. Bring a slight bend to your knees, reaching through your fingertips. Bring your hands all the way to the mat. Wide arms, let them hang, let your head hang. Inhale, half lift, find your legs. Bring your palms to the mat. Step your left foot back this time. Runner's lunge. Just rock gently backwards and forwards. Few times here. Just enjoying the flow. And release. Step back into your plank. Slide slightly forward. Lower halfway chaturanga. Up dog. Rolling your shoulders back. Lifting your heart. And meeting your down dog. Finding the calmness. Find the stillness. Inhaling your left leg, three-legged dog. Step it all the way through, planting between your hands. Bring your next foot in to meet. Inhaling into a half lift. We find our legs. We exhale, full forward fold. Head hangs heavy. Arcing arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Sinking down into our chair. Sliding our hips back. Reaching through our fingertips. Bring your hands into prayer. Start alternating your toes. Coming up onto your toes. Maybe you're ready just to gently pedal your feet. Just observe, listen to your body. Twist to the one side and open up your arms. Return to center. Twist to the opposite side. And open up your arms. Hands come back into prayer. Release your heels. Inhaling all the way up. Hands come down through heart center as we forward fold. Head hangs heavy. Inhale, half lift. Step your right leg back. Low runner's lunge. Knee on the top of your foot is to the mat. Deep breath. And at your own time, straighten your leg, flexing your foot, and come back into your runner's lunge. And just flow. Once or twice more, go at your own pace. And release, curl your back toes, step back into your plank, slide forward, lower chaturanga, sliding up dog, meeting in down dog. Find the stillness. Inhaling your right leg, three-legged dog. Step it through. Bring your opposite foot in to meet. Inhale, half lift. Bringing a big bend to your knees. Slide your hips back. Inhale into your chair. Bring your hands to heart center and begin to lift your feet. Stretching out your feet, roll your shoulders back and down. When you feel ready, come up onto both feet, twist, open up, return to center, twist, open up. Returning to center, release your heel. Inhale all the way up, find your length. Hands come down through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Bending your knees, framing your feet, step your left leg back, preparing for a low runner's lunge. Lean into your hips and then gently straighten your front leg, flex your front feet. Flow through it. Just a few times. And release. Curl your back toes, frame your front foot, step back into your plank. Slide forward, lower chaturanga, sliding into your up dog, and we all meet in our down dog. Feeling free to sway your hips, go wherever the current's taking you. Maybe bringing a big bend into your knees. Explore. Today's practice is all about exploring our bodies, finding movement, fluidity. Release your knees to the mat, finding our table. Inhale into your cow, lifting your chest, broadening through your collarbone. Exhale into your cat, rounding, concentrating on your upper back, tucking your head, tucking your tail. Flow back into your cow, bringing any additional movements into it. Maybe you'd like to roll your shoulders and ribs. Maybe you'd like to take your hips all the way back. Just find your own variation of cats and cows. Taking one more round here. We're going to meet back in our table. Our wrists are under our shoulders, our knees are under our hips. Inhale, your right leg up. Bring a big bend into that knee and draw circles. Draw that knee in, to the side, back. In, to the side, back. Twice more. In, back. In, to the side, back. Last time. All the way around. Taking it in the opposite direction. Take it back and bring it in. Drawing big circles. One more time. Step your foot back. Pivot. Inhaling your arms up. Find that length. Bring your palm to the mat. Gaze up at your fingertips. Option to stay as you are. Maybe you'd like to stretch, bringing that hand all the way overhead. Finding your length, pushing down into the edge of your back foot. And release, bring your palm to the mat. Come back into your table. This time take your leg out all the way to the side. And draw your hand towards that side. Bringing your forehead to the mat. Find your stillness. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale that arm up, rolling our top shoulder back, and scoop it all the way under, not making contact with the mat, just finding a flow. Open and scoop. Open and scoop. Last time. Open and scoop. Bring your palm to the mat and inhale the opposite arm. Open. Find that strength. Find that openness. And release. Bring your knee to the mat. Come back into your down dog. Finding your stillness. Making any adjustments that are needed. Feeling free to bring any movement into it. Rolling your hips and rolling your ribs. Spending another moment or two here before taking it to the opposite side. Bringing a big bend into our knees, we find our way back into our table. We inhale, nice big cow. Hips are lifted, sternums lifted. We exhale into our cat, pushing away from the earth. Inhale into your cow. Maybe roll your ribs, opening up your side body. Maybe take your hips all the way back to the mat. Take another round of cat and cow here. table. Inhale your left leg up, bring a big bend to the knees. Draw that knee in, take it to the side and back. 4 big circles in this direction. Really begin to open up that hip. And now let's take it in the opposite direction. 4 times at your own pace. Bring your foot out behind you. Pivot your back foot. Inhaling up, finding your length. Take your palm to the mat. Gaze follows your left hand to the ceiling. Maybe you'd like to stay here, or maybe you'd like to draw that arm overhead, reaching through your fingertips, biceps in line with your ears. Find that stillness, find that opening. And release. Bring your knee to the mat. Take your leg out to the side. Inhale your arm closest to it, up to the ceiling. Then reach for that foot. Bring your palm to that foot. Find your stillness. Inhaling up, rolling your shoulder back, and then thread it under. Inhale it up, and thread. Twice more. Inhale, gaze follows your fingertips, shoulders roll back, and release. Last time. Inhale, and release. Bring your palm to the mat. Inhale your opposite arm up. Open up. Maybe scooping it under. Coming onto the side. And release. Finding our way back into our table. We curl our toes. Finding down dog. Find your stillness. Inhaling your leg closest to me, 3-legged dog. Flow that knee across your body to the outside of your elbow. Come back into 3-legged dog. Flow it to the outside of your elbow closest to me, 3-legged dog. Bring it all the way to your forehead. Push away from the earth, rounding your upper back. And then step it through, plant between your hands. Find your balance. Back leg is straight. Inhaling all the way up. High crescent lunge. Rolling your shoulders back and down. Find your length. Bring our hands into prayer. Come into the prayer twist. Elbow to outside of your knee. Find your length. And then come up into your twist. Plant your hands down. Step your foot back. Flow. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Taking it to the opposite side. We inhale our left leg, 3-legged dog. Bringing our knee across our body, taking to the outside of our elbow. And we come back into 3-legged dog. We bring our knee to the outside of the same elbow. And we find 3-legged dog. We bring our knee all the way towards our forehead, pushing away from the earth. And then we step our foot between our hands. Finding our balance, straightening through our back legs, squaring our hips. Finding the length through our spine. We inhale. High crescent lunge. Hands come into prayer. We come into the prayer twist. Elbows are reaching through to opposite directions. We lengthen through our back leg. And when you're ready, inhale up into your twist. and release. Frame your front foot, step back into plank. Slide down, chaturanga, hugging your arms in. Up dog. Roll your shoulders back and down, meeting your down dog. Find that breath. In soothing waters when we're in down dog. Pivot both heels towards the back of the room, stretching out your side body. Pivot both heels towards the front of the room. Pivot both heels towards the back, finding our side plank. Option to lower your bottom knee if you wish. Shoulders are stacked on the inhale. Arm comes overhead. Lift your hips and exhale, palm to thigh. And lift and release. Twice more. Lift and release. Last time, lift and release. Inhaling, arm up. Thread the needle as we did earlier. Reach and up. And thread and up. Twice more. Thread and up. Last time. Thread and up. Inhale your bottom leg up. Take it out in front of you. Find the edge of your front foot. Fallen star. Bring your palm to the mat. Three-legged dog. Down dog. Deep, deep, deep breaths. Taking it to the opposite side. Pivot both heels towards the front of the room. Feel that stretch in your side body. Pivot both heels towards the back of the room. As you pivot both heels towards the front of the room, we find our side plank. Always the option of lowering your bottom knee. Inhale, lift your hips, reach your arm overhead, and release, palm to thigh. Inhale, lift, 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 and release. Twice more. Inhale, and release. Last time, inhale, and release. Bring our hand up to center. Let's thread, scoop in our arm under our side body. And inhale. And scoop. And center. Twice more. Scoop. And center. Final time. Scoop. And center. Inhaling our bottom leg up. Take it all the way, coming onto the edge of your front foot, finding your fallen star. Release your palm to the mat, three-legged dog. Down dog. Slide all the way forward, coming onto your belly. Slide your hands back, preparing for baby cobra. Pushing into your pubic bone. On the inhale, lift your chest, lengthen through your spine and neck, and release. And inhale, baby cobra. And release. This time as we inhale, look over your right shoulder, bring your right heel towards your right bottom, and release. And inhale, left shoulder, left heel to left bottom, and release. Once more like that on each side. Inhale, look over your right shoulder, drawing your heel towards your bottom, and release. Last time to the left, and release. Pressing through our palms, draw your navel in. Find your child's pose. Allow your hips to sink towards your heel and your chest to melt towards the ground. Once again, finding your calmness. Deep, deep, deep breaths. Gently coming back up into our table. Walk your hands towards your heels. Preparing for Ustrasana, preparing for camel. Hands come into your lower back. Rolling your shoulders back. When you're ready, keeping your hip and your knee in a straight line, pushing your pelvis towards the front of the room, gently start to bend back. Only taking it to your own level of comfort. Maybe taking hold of your heels, maybe not. Only what feels good for you. Drawing your hands back into the small of your back to support yourself. Gently make your way upright. Taking your arms out to either side of your mat. Find puppy pose. Allow your chest to melt. Your forehead or your chin can be on the mat. Whichever feels best for you. Just a breath or two here. Begin to walk your hands towards your legs, drawing your forehead closer towards your knees, finding rabbit. Take hold of your heels, trying to keep your knees and hips in a straight line as you get your head closer and closer towards your knees. And release. Bring our palms to the mat, take your legs out to the side so we find ourselves on our bottom. Open your legs nice and wide. Flex your feet, walk your sits bones back. If you like, you could bring a slight bend into your knees, moving any excess things away. Get nice and comfortable. Option to stay just as we are. Perhaps this is more than enough for today. Feet are flexed, toes are spread. Or if you wish, begin hinging forward. Bring your hands to wherever the most comfortable, your feet, your shins, the mat. Keep that length through your spine, keeping your sternum lifted. Deep, 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 deep breaths. Gently sliding our hands up our legs, stacking our spine. Bring your head up last. Coming into Janu Shavasana, soul comes into your inner thigh. Inhale our arms up. Turn your chest to face your extended leg and begin to hinge. If this is sore on your knee or uncomfortable on your knee, you can always hinge with both legs extended. Every inhale we find our length. Every exhale we draw our chest towards our thigh. Breath or two here. Walking or sliding your hand up your legs, stacking your spine, coming into revolved Janu Shavasana. Either take hold of your big toe or your foot and inhale your arm up and over. You can always have a bend in your elbow, or you can come into the bind. We're looking to keep space in our chest. So whichever way feels best for you. Ground down into your opposite hip. This leg is actively pressing towards the mat. I like to almost swivel my torso up towards the ceiling, helping me keep that space in my trunk. Breath or two, and gently release. Walk or slide your way back up to center, bring your head up last. Inhaling both arms up, we pivot to face our extended leg. Option to bring your leg, your sole of your foot in if you wish, whichever serves you best, and we hinge. Janu Shavasana, keeping our foot flexed. And just find find your stillness. Walking or sliding our hands up our legs, stacking our spine, preparing for revolved Janish Sarasana on the side. Take hold of your toe, of your foot. Hinge down into the hip, push down into the hip, keeping the space in your chest. Arm comes up or and over, or a bend in your elbow, or you can drape it behind your back, whichever feels best. Make whatever adjustments feel good for your own body. Another breath or two here. And gently release. Work your way back upright. Head comes up last. Bring both feet together and turn to face the long edge of your mat. Extending our legs out in front of us. Flexing our feet. Walking your sits bones back. Find your length. And release. Paschimottanasana. Breathe into your hamstrings. Play around with where you'd like to hold your feet. Notice how that changes the sensations. Few deep breaths here. And release. Walk or slide your hands up your leg. Stack your spine, bring your head up last. Take your hands just behind your hips. Fingers face forward. Inhale your bottom off the mat. Engaging your core, trying not to lean back. Hold for a moment or two. And release. Slide your hands just before your knees, keeping your straight back core engaged. Lift your heels off the mat and hold. And release once more, both sides. Hands come to beside your hips. Using your core, lift your bottom off the mat. Breathe. And release. Slide your hands in front of your knees and lift your heels off the mat. A few more breaths here. And release. Taking that one step further, we're going to come into boat. Inhale your legs 90 degrees. Your arms can be on, your hands can be on the mat, or you can raise your arms. On the inhale, keeping your core engaged, shoulders are rolled back and down, knees are together, straighten, exhale, draw them in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and 3. Inhale, 4. Inhale, 5. Inhale, 6. Inhale, 7. Inhale, 8. Inhale, 9. Inhale, 10. Inhale straight and hold for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Take your knees out, take your feet out to either edge. Windshield wiper, release. Nice, big, wide windshield wipers. When you find your legs straight towards the front, let your torso follow your legs around, placing your hands on either edge of your mat. Find your twist. If you like, you can come all the way down. Deep breaths. Nice detoxifying twist. Using your hands to support you. Come back upright. Come back to center. Allow your legs to drape in the opposite direction. Walk your hands around, finding the edges of your mat. Find your twist. Always you can stay as you are, or you can come down. You decide. When you feel ready, hands to support you, we return to our center, bringing our feet to the center of our mat, scooching a little bit forward so we have space behind us. We roll nice and gently, one vertebra at a time, onto our backs. Preparing for bridge, walk your heels as close to your bottom as you comfortably can. Pressing down into all four edges of your feet, engaging your core, your cores, your obliques, your abdominals, your glutes, your pelvic floor. Pressing into the four edges of your feet. Inhale up into your bridge. Walking your arms, your shoulders under your back. Interlace your fingers if that feels good. Option to come up onto your toes, taking that bridge higher and higher. Drawing your thighs towards each other. See how high you can take your bridge. Maybe even a little bit higher. Let's pulse up for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold. And 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And gently release. Arms, back, hips. Roll up like a ball. Finding your breath. Just think about water. Sometimes it can be really fast and gushing. Other times it's calm and still. Inhaling our legs all the way up to the ceiling. Waterfall. And for the count of 8, we're going to roll up, getting higher and higher towards our shoulders each and every time. So inhale, roll 1 or 2 vertebrae and release. And inhale and release. Inhale for 3 and release. Inhale for 4 and release. Inhale 5 and release. We're almost there. Inhale for 6 and release. Inhale for 7 and release. This time let's come up all the way onto our shoulders, rolling all the way towards our shoulders, palms in our lower backs, elbows are walked in, chin is tucked. Finding your shoulder stand, using your hands to lift your hips. Option to stay just as we are, or always the option of coming into Halasana, curling your toes as they come to your mat, lengthening through your legs, back of thighs are pushing towards the ceiling. Breath or 2 here. When you're ready, bring a bend to your knees, support your lower back as you gently, as we came down, as we went up, so we're coming down 1 vertebra at a time. Raise your legs up towards the ceiling, finding your waterfall. Belly's hugged in against your spine. Your spine is against the bed of the river, against your mat. And allow your legs to come down to the mat in 3 parts for the count of 10 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. Belly's hugged in. Last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and release. Point your toes. Draw your palms face down under your bottom. Begin to walk your forearms under your back as you arch. Head drapes back, fish pose. Broadening through your chest, broadening through your collarbone. Always the option of inhaling your legs up. Bring your legs back to the mat, slide back. Release your hands from under your bottom. Draw your thighs towards your chest. Bring your right ankle over your left knee, coming into reclined pigeon. Clasping either on your left shin or behind your left thigh. Feet are flexed, protect your knees. Open your hips, draw this knee towards the wall in front of you. Keeping this foot flexed. Find your reclined pigeon. Deep, deep, deep breaths here. And switch sides. Draw your left ankle in front of your right knee. Clasp either in front of your right shin or behind your thigh. Flex your feet. Push your raised knee towards the wall in front of you. Breathe into any sensations you might be feeling. And release. Draw both legs up towards your chest, coming into your happy baby. Take hold of either your big toes, the insides of your feet, or maybe you'd like to take your elbows to the inside of your knees. Draw your heels back in the same direction as your knees. Thighs are pushing towards the earth, feet are flexed, and your hips are also grounding down. You can change your grip, doing whichever version of happy baby feels good for you. However you're best able to keep on pressing your hips into the earth while drawing your ankles and knees in a line. And gently release. Bring your feet to the center of the mat. Reposition. Flatten your shoulders into the mat. Taking your feet out to either side, let your knees come together. Taking our arms out into the letter T. Allow your legs to loosely come crashing to the ground like a big wave. Drawing your left arm, taking it all the way across your body, roll onto your side. Then draw that arm all the way across, opening up. Allow your legs to come to center, let them come crashing in the opposite direction. As you draw your arm, reach. And again, as we began, so we're going to end. Finding the fluidity of water You can do this at your own pace. Just find your twist. Maybe you want to take your arms up, then over, bringing them to the side. Explore. Just allowing your side body to release. Let's do this one more time each side. Draw your arms back into the letter T and find your reclined twist. You may even want to place your ankle on top of your knee, helping you get deeper into your twist if that feels good. Just a few breaths here. And release. Taking you to the opposite side, let your legs straight, gaze in the opposite direction. If you like, place your heel on top of your knee, coming deep into the reclined twist. And release. Stretch out like a big star, twirling your wrists and ankles in opposite directions. Draw your arms overhead, your feet together. Walk your hands and feet to the left corners of your mat. Like a reclined crescent moon, banana pose. Big right banana. You can even place your right ankle on top of your left if that feels good. Stretch it out. And release, come back to center. Draw your arms and feet to the right corners of your mat. Finding banana pose or reclined crescent. Stretching out your side body. You can hold your wrist, you can hold your elbows. Explore, investigate. Be like that winding river, finding all the paths of least resistance. And release. Coming back to the center of your mat. Allow your arms and legs just to drape wherever they're most comfortable. Ankles are open. Flatten into the mat. Observe which areas are making contact with the mat. Notice if there's been changes now that your body's softened. Close your eyes if you wish. Just allow the weight of your body to make contact with the earth, with Mother Nature. And just enjoy your time in Shavasana. Knowing that Weiwu, the path of least resistance, allows us to get to where we're meant to be. You to spend as much time as you wish in Shavasana. I hope you find peacefulness and fluidity throughout our water practice. As always, I thank you for coming to yoga and joining me on our mats. And until we all meet again, may our thoughts be kind, our words gentle, and our hearts only full of love from mine